Howdy, hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Kabachi Bot here, and as you can see, the surroundings and settings is very similar to my very first vlog. I'm back at my friend's house, Red Two Roses, and you know what? This vlog today is going to be somewhat of a rant, because not really like a rant where you're going to get annoyed and totally just like, oh, what is she talking about? But it's really mainly two things that really annoy me. One really annoys me and the other one is just like weird. Okay, so first thing that I want to talk about. Alright, I'm a commuter. I commute to the college that I'm attending, and usually in the morning times and in the afternoons and the evenings whenever I'm coming back from my campus, I'll be driving into my neighborhood, and in my neighborhood we have like a sidewalk or a path for like joggers, you know, the moms pushing the tri-strollers with like 3 freaking babies or toddlers in it or whatever, and you know, people who are jogging with their animals or just joggers in general and walkers and whatever. We don't have a very like big touristy area in the place where I live, so it's not like there's a whole bunch of pedestrians crossing back and forth on like, you know, the intersections or on the sidewalks and whatnot. It's just normal, average, everyday neighbors in the neighborhood walking and out and about and whatever. Whenever I'm driving, I always happen to come across people who are bike riding in the freaking road. Like, literally, they're next to a sidewalk or a bicycling path or a trail that they can ride on legitimately without getting hit, and they rather ride in the road or in the street. This blows my mind. Okay. Like, my mind blown. And then there's a stupid person who's just on a bike, like, riding in freaking traffic. I don't understand that in the first place, why bicyclists think they have the right to, like, ride in the same lanes as actual cars. You know, we're protected by, like, I don't know, however many tons of metal that can easily kill you thousands of times over. Whereas you're on this little aluminum bike with a little bell and you think that you have the right of way and all this stuff. I figure, okay, if I'm bicycling or whatever, riding my bike, I wouldn't want to put my life in jeopardy knowing that there are cars literally flying by me like less than a foot away from me, and I get angry really quickly when I'm driving. I don't want to say that I have road rage or anything, because it's not like that extreme. I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, like jumping on the steering wheel, like, like, no, I don't want to be that person. More specifically today, I was out running some errands and I was coming back home. There is this lady pushing a stroller in the side of, like, on the side of the road next to the walkway, the sidewalk. But get this, she had her dog with her on the leash, like tied to the stroller's like handle. The dog had enough common sense to walk on the freaking sidewalk. The dog, for crying out loud. If a canine can walk where they're supposed to walk, but not the human, again, mind blown. Please, if you're that person that rides their bike in the middle of the road next to a walkway or a sidewalk where you could actually like ride your bike on, please do that and stop riding in the middle of the road, because I swear one day I might just be that person on the 10 o'clock news that's like, and today on the 10 o'clock news, we bring you the story of a motorist running over a bicycler. Sally? Thanks, Janet. Yes, I'm here on location with this motorist. What's your name? Right. Her name is Kabachi. And you know what? Let me just turn the camera to her and she's going to tell you all about the story. Am I on? Okay. Hey, yeah, so what had happened was I was like, you know, riding in my vehicle down Jefferson, and this bicyclist, you know, hopped off of the sidewalk where they're supposed to ride and started riding in the same lane I was in. Now, I didn't have time to react and, you know, put on my little signal and then signal over into the other lane so he can have some room. No. So, you know, I just happened to run over him, and, you know, I'm sorry. I already apologized like 3 times to him, but you know what? You need to ride on the sidewalk, because we can't be having y'all just all up in our lane when you got your own designated bicyclist lane or sidewalk for yourselves. So, yeah, that's my story, all right? It ain't my fault, because I didn't do that on purpose. Y'all all up in my lane. I ain't driving on the sidewalk. You don't see me driving on the sidewalk, so don't you be driving in the road. Thank you, Kabachi. And, well, I guess that's it, folks. You have the story. Janet, back to you. Thank you, Sally. Well, folks, I guess that's it. I guess you have it. That's all for our 10 o'clock news tonight special. Have a great day. No. So, that was my first topic. Now, my second thing that I want to bring up in this, like, little ranting vlog is, like I had said, I'm at my friend's house. Come here, because she's right here next to me. Red Two Roses. Follow her.
Hi.
Yes. Whenever I come over, more specifically, I'm always, like, where I have my laptop on doing this vlog right now, is on her countertop. Her countertops, for some strange reason, always smell like stale bread or like Wonder Bread or some type of like brand bread you pick up from Walmart or the store or whatever. Like these countertops right here, like these countertops. Like you see, it's just a normal average countertop.
It's a bar top.
Or bar top, whatever. More specific, bar top. This is funny. The first time I came over to her house, when first time I ever came over, I didn't really notice it at first. So, I was just like, whatever. I think we were in a different room, whatever. Then the second time I came over, I actually, like, smelt it. And I was thinking, like, well, since I'm right adjacent from the kitchen, maybe it's because they have, like, bread out or they were cooking earlier that day or whatever.
We could have.
Yeah, whatever. So, I wrote that off. No. Third time I came over to her house, I'm like, It can't just be me thinking that you guys are always cooking something that has yeast in it or bread. And
oh my gosh, that's what I smelled today. When I was going to class, I smelled bread or yeast or whatever.
It's probably your house then, some of the scent lingers on your clothes. So yeah, like, and it makes me feel like, I'm like, just imagine I'm sitting here right now, and every time I inhale, I smell like somebody's like dangling a loaf of bread underneath my nose or something.
There you go. Take all.
That's literally like how strong of a smell it is to me. And I just think it's so weird. Like, why are your countertops always smelling like bread? Like, get some freaking cleaning solution. I swear, guys, I swear. This is my theory. This is what I think. I believe that at the end of the day, whenever they're cleaning up their countertops, normal people get like a roll of paper towel and like spray down the countertops and then wipe it down, like, the stove around like the area in the kitchen or whatever that they were cooking on. I think they get like slices of bread and spray it with solution
That's me.
and then wipe it down.
We don't do that.
And then wipe it down with like, it's like, oh, wait, we need another slice of bread because I missed the spot right there. Let me get this spot. So, okay, I'm sorry, Eileen. I'm just sorry.
All Asian people, their house
smells like something. It smells like something. And that's another side note. Every Asian friend that I have, their house has a distinguishable smell, like down to a T. I always know when I'm going into my Vietnamese friend's house that it's always going to smell like either cooked rice or some type of spring roll. And whenever I'm in her house, it just so happens that it's bread, which is weird. And whenever I'm in my other Filipinos friend's house, it always smells like pork chops or various like adobos, like chicken adobo or Filipina spaghetti or something. So, yes. So, yeah, that's one thing. And then the second thing, too, about her house is that it's a lovely home. Don't get me wrong. Like, we live in a very beautiful neighborhood. It's freezing. Every time I come into her house, it is cold as a mother. Like, okay, I'm black, so the whole stereotype where it's like black people get cold way easily and all this stuff, like, it's true. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not like, oh, that's only specific to some African Americans. No. Me, most of my other friends that I know that are black, we cold. And it could be like, maybe 70 degrees or, like mild upper 60s or whatever. And we're just like, ooh, need to get that winter coat out. And it's so weird because I'm from like up north originally. And I live in Virginia now, but I'm originally from up north, like Michigan, so we used to get like blizzards and snowstorms and all of that good stuff, and yeah. But it's weird. I'm really sensitive to the cold. So anyway, going into her house is always like walking into a freezer or an ice box.
Hey!
Or that place in a morgue where they keep dead bodies. Like,
we don't turn on the heat all the time. That's waste money.
Don't get me wrong now. Like, my parents are pretty much cheapskates too. Like, we don't like to turn up the heat unless it's like absolutely necessary. But, you know, we keep it on enough to warm up the whole house and then we'll turn it off. Like, you guys never have it on.
That's because the stove wasn't on until I put it on. See?
Okay, guys. See? Do you see that, guys?
You can turn up
this
the temperature.
Little thingy that they put in front of their fireplace that they use to heat up the den or whatever.
It's a pellet stove.
A pellet stove? Yeah, that does nothing. Because I've been here for like almost an hour now, and I'm still freezing. Another thing, really quickly. I'm taking you on a field trip really fast.
Touch the stove, I dare you.
Yes. No. So, guys.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes. Oh, Lord.
Don't! Don't look!
Okay, guys, so last thing. I never really had, like, you know, do much of, you know, anything in their legit living room. But I actually, like, walked through their living room and actually, like, and actually saw what furniture they have in here. And it is this beautiful, antique, one-of-a-kind sofa set. Let me just show you. Yes, isn't that, like, spectacular?
What? It's comfy.
Yeah, it might be comfy, but it looks like old people died on it.
It's not like we use it all the time.
I wonder why. Her furniture is really cute and kind of semi-creepy, but that's okay because, you know, it all adds to the charm of the home. I just had some of those things that I wanted to discuss while I was here at her house, and about those crazy bicyclists and pedestrians that want to walk in the road and be like fart knockers and really make me unhappy for the rest of the day sometimes. Like, so yeah. Alright, guys, this is Kabachi Bot signing off, and Red Two Roses. Yes.